Welcome to Trust the Cones.
What's up, guys? Welcome to our podcast.
Hey, how's it going? This is what, number 5?
Number 5.
Yeah.
Number 4 never made its way to YouTube, but it's due. We also have a Snorlax video coming out pretty soon, a Snorlax Duo. Piloswine video coming out pretty soon. Trip to Baltimore is coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Lots of videos coming really soon. We had a nice little gap. I think part of it was the Kanto event was so good, and then part of it was general exhaustion and work stuff and just craziness the last few days.
Definitely.
I'm definitely losing some time with the Sixers in the playoffs. I imagine the same with the Flyers with you.
Yeah. I'm actually missing a little bit right now, but that's okay. They're losing, so I don't feel too bad.
We're going to podcast fast so he can get back to the game, assuming he wants to. But, yeah, we got a few questions, too. So let's just jump right into the Kanto event.
Yeah. I was honestly, like... The event was great.
Yeah.
I liked all the Machops.
Start with the disappointment first, and we'll talk about the good.
I was sad that they announced that I was going to be able to complete my Pokedex. So I thought regionals would be coming.
Yeah, me too.
It didn't happen. I didn't complete my Pokedex.
I was sure of it. Like I was sure it was going to be regionals, and I thought they do neat stuff with bosses.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the regionals would at least be like raid bosses or something like that. Like I didn't expect to see them in the wild.
Agree.
But to not have any at all when they told me I was going to be able to complete my decks.
And then everyone got so psyched for the shinies, and there were no shinies.
Yeah, and then no.
That wasn't Niantic's fault though. Like Niantic's fault was saying you can complete your decks and you can't.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not Niantic's fault. There are no regionals. They just kind of fooled everyone by putting them in the game.
Yep.
That said, what a cool event.
It was awesome. I was able to max out my last Machamp that I needed. I have extra candy for any more that I ever want to do.
If they raise the level cap, I'll be good until level 45 or something. You know?
And then I got a lot of Geodude stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody, I think, was able to get the Magikarp candy that they needed.
Yep.
I'm over 2,000 Magikarp candy now for any Gyarados I
Even
want.
though things like Eevees that are, functional and set and it was good to get some big level 35 Eevees every once in a while.
The other part, though, that I thought was kind of funny was that they were still dropping the Trico Mudkip quest and the Swablu quest, which you had to pretty much delete.
And there's that one stop kind of by my house that seems to always give that one.
Yeah.
Jarretown Inn. Every time it seems to always be the Trico Mudkip one.
That was definitely a deletable quest.
Very quick
for that week.
But I loved it. I thought getting the old stuff was good, and I thought it was the best set of raids ever. I really loved like the the Jolteon era of raid like that we had not too long ago. But this one here kind of topped it.
Yeah, Kabutops was fun.
Kabutops was fun.
Yeah, I actually really liked doing that.
Like that was one of my favorite solos because it matched up really well timing wise with Venusaur, so that was a lot of fun. And then just like to not use Kyogre and Machamp against the boss was such a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, Onyx was fun, even though that was Kyogre for that. But
I only did one.
I only did one too, and my time wasn't that great.
You crushed me. You beat me back 6 seconds.
Yeah,
so I don't think your time was bad.
It wasn't great though. So
yeah, no, but it's capable to get better. But I mean, we certainly didn't do it.
I actually I did a Lickitung raid.
Did you?
I have a video of it. It's like the funniest thing ever.
Is it awesome?
It just looks so funny. That tongue whipping around. It is not PG. It's not safe for work. It's not something you want to watch at work. It's so awkward looking.
Yeah.
But
I did not do a Lickitung.
I mainly did it because it was at a gym that I'm going for gold at.
Right.
So it was points because I couldn't take the gym at that time. So that's why I did it. So, and it was actually on Community Day. I wanted to make sure I got a raid in. I actually had a quest, and I just wasn't thinking. I thought it was just for a raid, but it was for level 3. So I went.
So you did it for nothing.
So I did it for nothing. But again, it was going for a gym that I need gold at. Right. So it wasn't necessarily.
And you got a Lickitung, which that's a big deal.
Yeah, I trashed it already.
I liked the level 4s were great. Like Golem and Rhydon are both really fun. Again, unfortunately, it's all Kyogre, but it's still they're very very fun raids to do.
We had a pretty decent time. Too,
we did.
So.
We definitely did. We did both of them.
Yeah.
We actually raided together, which was a rarity. Our Golem time was second best in the world. It's now third best because we beat it. Me and Cuddle beat it yesterday.
Jerks.
Sorry. Yeah. So that was that. But in general, like I love that. I didn't get a chance at Aerodactyl. Like not a single one.
I didn't do it either.
I really, really wanted to.
I mean, we saw one while we were in Baltimore, but
we did, and it was a little far away, and it was kind of like
nobody wanted to walk back towards it.
That was the problem. Is we'd just come from that direction, walked the other way, and it was all the way back on the other side of the screen.
That is the one disadvantage of not driving around playing.
Yeah, oh, big disadvantage.
And we had been walking for quite a bit too. So.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, my shoes have no soles left in them. I need new shoes now.
So I am the world record holder in fastest muck solo.
That's awesome.
It is. I didn't know I was. We just did a muck because it was there while we were waiting for dinner. And I ended up, I TN'd on Mewtwo.
Yeah.
So they both became psychic. And
there you go.
I wrecked it. And I thought the time seemed good when I beat Mixtape. It's always hard to beat Mixtape at anything.
Yeah.
But then when I started looking at she actually would have set the record if not for me. So it was...
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, you got top 2 times then, so.
Yeah, top 3. Lorax from our group did it too.
Oh, very nice.
And then Cuddle broke the record for Aerodactyl.
Nice.
There were a couple other ones we did too. Oh, they did a 3-man Lapras. Or 3-man Lapras or Snorlax. They shattered the record.
Nice, very good.
So I was not involved in that one. But yeah, Bucksmont represent.
There we go.
Really had a big week.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so the event ends, and I am in such a pokey withdrawal. I played a bit. I had the quest for find a Ditto, get 3 rare candy.
Yeah.
So I
have 2 of those still right now.
You have 2 of the...
Of the 3, for 3 rare candies.
Oh my god. So if you find a Ditto, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, but and you know what I'm really mad at? Driving in here, my gotcha, a rat ran. I was like, don't be a Ditto. It was a Ditto.
You looked?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's no good.
I shouldn't have looked.
You shouldn't have looked. I got one on a rat today, actually really close to your house.
Yeah.
So that was nice and good. But I did a little like parking lot grinding and bag refilling and stuff like that.
I might actually do that a little, like after I leave here, just to
for 6 rare candy.
Yeah, try and knock them out. So.
Yeah, but and then the other thing I did is I made some progress on the alts during the event.
Yeah.
You know, it was funny. Like got like halfway through the event and I stopped playing my real account because all those Abras and Eevees and Executors and like all the stuff that you get from Gen 1 are so good.
Yeah.
And you know, baby accounts don't have those because they're catching like Swablu all the time. So I took some time away. My real account, I figured I'd hit the catch cap last week and I wasn't even close. I probably had like 2,000 catches, which is a really quiet week for me.
That is.
Yeah. Especially considering one day was Baltimore and I probably like 700 that day.
Yeah, that was a crazy day. That was fun.
We're not going to talk too much about the Baltimore trip. We had a great time with it. We met some new friends. And,
it was a really good time.
Yeah, it was absolutely awesome. We're doing a video about it, and we're going to kind of save all that for the video.
Yeah.
So
we got a lot of raids that we did, and a lot of scenery and a couple interviews.
Met another set of YouTubers, which was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Met the leader of the Baltimore Discord, who was very nice. Came out just to meet us, so that was really cool. Our good friend Veggie kind of took care of us all day.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was a great day. But the whole video is coming, so we don't want to spoil that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and have it out most likely early next week. Is what I'm shooting for, at the very latest. Good. Not this coming weekend, the following weekend, but I'll get it done. I want to make sure it's done right because we got a lot of footage.
We did.
We got a lot of stuff.
We did.
So,
and some of it's from my crappy camera too, so we can work with that. Yeah, it was a good time. So the event's over now, and I am totally like sad.
Yeah.
It's like a down. Like I don't like the raids that are out right now. I'm done with Jinx. I'm not beating my Pencer time.
Yeah.
I'm not beating my Piloswine time now. I shaved the second off finally. I was trying to do.
Nice.
I mean.
Yeah, I'm not going after Pylo. I did him a while today because I want a shiny.
Did you get a shiny?
No.
No, still no.
So I still have to do them. I mean, I'll do Latios still just because rare candy.
So I
didn't do one today.
I mean, I'll do one if like I'm there.
Yeah.
But I have zero desire. Like I have enough candy to max the Latios.
Yeah.
I have a couple 93s. I have 2 93s and 4 91s.
Nice.
So it's not.
Yeah, I mean, I still need some candy, so I'll do some over the next week or so, or however much longer it's here. But I'm not going raid training.
It's like more than 2 weeks.
Is it really still more than 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's killer.
Well, I can just do it at my leisure, and I'm sure I'll still get the candy by the time it's gone. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got double candy when we get the candy so fast. Yeah. I was pin-apping.
Yeah.
And all I do is catch 91s. I've deleted like 5 or 6 91s.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's just, I keep getting 91s.
Yeah, I have a couple 96s. I have the 98. The 98's the 14, 15, 15 now. But I have 2 15, 13, 15s.
Yeah,
so that's pretty sweet. But they're all non-boosted. I have a 15, 12, 13 boosted. But
I have a 15, 13, 12 boosted. Yours is actually slightly better.
So I don't know what I want to do yet. I'll figure it out.
I don't think I'm going to max one. Like I had the candy too and the dust too.
I thought you were talking about maxing one.
And I was. And what I'm realizing is that there's no scenario where I'd use it over a Dragonite.
Yeah.
And even in gyms, like I have a Breath Claw Dragonite for gyms. So I guess I got to run to Sims to see if Breath Claw Dragonite is better than Breath Claw Latios.
Yeah.
But do I even care? Like, I don't know.
It's just another max Pokemon to have, though.
Yeah, and if
if you want to do one of the
so.
unique, raid challenges, then it might be worthwhile doing it there.
That's a good point.
Just
it's a really good point.
Yeah.
You may have just sold me on it. Go and do it.
Get you to spend your dust.
Well, yeah, that's never a problem.
No, I know.
I've been sitting at 500,000 for a while just because I hit the rare candy bottleneck.
I don't sit at anything. I actually maxed out another T-Tar. So
how many do you have now?
6 maxed, and then a few that are really close to max.
Okay, so I have 11 maxed. I'm working my 12. Don't do that. Stop at 6.
Yeah, I'm not going to. But it was a better one too than a couple of the others. It's a 15, 14, 14. So I wanted
it's nice.
That one. Yeah, it was a decent one. It's actually my second best one, so it was worth it.
Figure we got the Kanto event pretty good there.
Yeah.
And the Hangover post Kanto event.
Yeah. I'm sad.
EX raids. We had EX passes go out last week.
Yeah, I got one.
Me too.
Mondoc.
The same situation we had the last few weeks where it seems like an absurdly high percentage of people are getting passes.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, there's very few stories of people who raided a location that gets passes and don't get a pass themselves.
Yeah, I've done a few locations this week as well too, so we'll see what happens when passes go out again.
I have not yet. I have to get on that. I've been meaning to. It's just been...
I don't even remember where I did them. I just know I did some locations.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, same deal. I'm so nonchalant about it this point. Like, I hope I get it, but I don't care enough to actually do anything about it. Like today, there were 2 or 3 level 1s I could have done at lunchtime at various sites. I'm just like, I don't want to do a level 1.
I didn't do it either. Yeah, I saw there was one one pretty close to my house, and I skipped it.
Yeah.
The Mawile I did was not in the next location. I just did it because it was close to my house, and I want a shiny Mawile. But yeah, I mean the X passes are nice, but now that I've skipped one, I didn't really even feel bad about it.
No, it felt so bad beforehand.
Then it did. I was kind of dreading it at first, and then after the fact, I was just like, oh, there was an X-ray. Yeah. Oh yeah. So.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where if you live in an area that's blessed with good EX sites, you're going to keep getting passes by accident.
Yeah.
And if you're not, you're totally screwed.
Yeah.
It's a poor system, but...
we're very, very lucky. So.
Yeah, again, the suburbs seem to win in that scenario, especially if it's well-mapped Ingress suburbs.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we have a pretty decent amount of Ingress players.
Oh, absolutely. We're very lucky. I mean, the amount of stops we have in the burbs, we're better than the cities,
Yeah.
I mean, compared to Northeast Philadelphia, for example.
I still see new stops popping up here and there.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, that's a new stop. Like, why is there a Halo here?
And some of them we know about. We know the Ingress player, and they say, oh, I submitted this. And some of them are someone we don't know who probably doesn't even play Pogo.
Yeah.
Who's just doing it for their own stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's still that one gym pretty close to me that I got to work on gold. That's what changed over.
Yeah, there's a new one in Ambler Town where I have all golds.
Yeah.
And so now I feel like I have to get that one. But it's like slightly off the main drags. I don't pass it enough. It's not in my true loop.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's worth it or not.
How many golds you up to?
Same as 67, I think.
Okay, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not at 66? I think you might be at 66. I think I passed you by 1.
It's possible.
I just had to put that in there.
I think you passed me.
Yeah.
I'm really close on Rosalind.
Yeah, I'm really close on the cube actually. So.
Oh, nice.
Finally. Been working on that one for a while. Well, I stopped working on it, but...
Rosalind's one of our EX locations, and quite a few Instinct live within view of it. Valor lives in view of it. The Valor's like, oh, I'm not going to knock you out. Don't worry about it. I told him, like, knock me out. It's Tom. He listens to us. Yeah. So I told him, like, you can knock me out. Like, someone's going to knock me out anyway. I can't stay in the gym for more than an hour. Like, don't worry about it.
And then it's more points when you knock the stuff out.
I'll knock him right back out afterwards,
exactly.
And it's all good.
Yep.
So we never get mad about getting knocked out of gyms. No.
I actually really want to get knocked out of the one gym I'm still sitting in. Mike Chansey has been in there for, I think, 5 or 6 days now, by itself, completely demotivated.
Yeah.
And just everybody's too lazy to walk to the gym.
No one's. It's on a college campus.
So what?
And it's like there's cops there and stuff.
I've never had a problem there.
Oh, they were super nice. They don't care.
Yeah. So somebody knocked me out. I actually requested it in our Discord too. I was like, somebody please, he wants to come home, and nobody still did. So he'll come home eventually.
How was your community day?
I got my 3 Mareeps before I got to our community day because I went to parking lots. I went to the Willow Grove Mall parking lot first.
Yeah.
And it looked like a sheep herding farm.
There were a lot of sheep.
So I got 2 before I left there.
Okay.
And then I went over to the Sam's Club Lowe's parking lot and I got another one there. I actually went through Walmart. Walmart was trash. There was none,
really?
Which I was really surprised at.
God.
But the mall I think was the best.
Yeah.
So I got the 3 there. And then I went to Mondock Common Park. We talk about this park a lot.
Yeah, it was a big place for a community day.
Yeah, so I went there. It was terrible weather. It was windy and rainy and cold. So we had some cans that we did. We did a food drive there. So I dropped
really cool.
Yeah, there was over 800 pounds of food donated, which is awesome.
Wasn't it like the most that they've gotten this month?
Well, there was a monetary donation as well too, and that was the most they had this month as well too. So yeah, it was a huge donation. So that was really cool. So I dropped off some cans there, and hung out for a little bit. Said hi to some people. Did a level 3 raid while I was there.
Yeah.
So I got that quest done. And then after that, like I was letting people know, it was cold out, so I was like, hey, this is where I got my shinies.
Yeah.
And it was funny, I actually left, and all the quests were the Mareeps, and I was just gonna go home, and I was like, well, all these quests, I might as well do them. So I went back to the mall, and I was looping there a little bit. So I caught a bunch more. I wound up catching 9 total shinies.
Nice.
Which was pretty sweet. Went into the mall and saw a bunch of people that were at Mondock at the mall playing there and catching there and stuff, just because it was indoors and a lot easier and nicer. So
I love those quests. What a great addition.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
It was very clever. Cool. It was fun, and it really I got in a cycle where I always had a 3, 2, and a 1 at the same time. So I was always getting nice. Every Mareep will get me 1 quest cleared, you know.
Nice.
But I love that. We had a lot of fun with it.
Because you were down in the city, right?
So yeah, we planned to skip Community Day. Mm-hmm. It wasn't on purpose. We just had long before Community Day existed, we booked a tickets to an Eagles autism event. Mm-hmm. So the Philadelphia Eagles, the owner is really big about autism. He's really passionate about it. So they had a fundraiser kind of thing. So we went to this autism fundraiser, and it was awesome. Like there were players there, and there were people, and everyone was excited, having fun. This is probably about an hour before the event, as it's winding down. So we're like, what are we gonna do? There's 10 spawns here, but there's no stop. How are we gonna handle it? So we ended up like, let's finish up here and we'll go. So we're walking out, and the security guard is like, were you guys downstairs yet? Like,
oh, wow.
There's a downstairs? He's like, yeah. So we go downstairs, and we get to go into the locker room.
That's cool.
So we see all the lockers. Then we see all the, all the players, all their stuff and everything. And finally the trophy.
That's really cool.
So I got a picture in front of the trophy. I'll put it up somewhere.
Nice.
Probably in the YouTube version of the video.
Yeah.
And then we get to play in the field.
That's even
so
better.
I caught a Pokemon on the field. It was a Weedle. And then I also got tackled by my one kid and threw a touchdown pass to my other kid.
That's awesome.
So that was awesome. So after that, we went out to lunch. At this point, it's like 2:45-ish.
Yeah.
So the community day started at 2 in our time zone. So we caught maybe 15 like at the restaurant, Mareep each.
Yeah.
I had 3 shinies. My son had 2. My wife had none.
Oh man.
So, but just like that fast.
Yeah.
Like casually catching them. You know, there was one stop, so we'd walk every once in a while over to spin the stop and get the quest to restart it and everything. So we left that around 2:45. So 2 hours left of community day. We drove through Philly. My wife, who had no shinies, all of a sudden had 9.
Wow.
And I didn't count, which kind of stinks. I think it was around 160 Mareep caught.
Okay.
Which, when you consider that we only caught 15 in the first hour, is just totally absurd.
Driving around is insane for these events.
Yeah. It stinks, because the idea is to spend time with the community, but when you have lures that are extended, they lured up the entire city.
Yeah.
It seemed like Philly, I don't know if they ended up abandoning their art museum day or not, but a lot of people were out driving. And we were going from stop to stop, lure to lure, sheep everywhere.
Yeah.
You couldn't look at the screen without multiple sheep, because there's so many natural spawns, so many lure spawns. Like it was unbelievable.
That's awesome. So they announced Charmander already?
Yes.
So do you think they announced it on purpose this early, or because of all the leaks and stuff?
No, it's always a Tuesday after.
Well, okay. Was it really?
Yeah, it's always Tuesday after.
I mean, everybody knew it was going to be either Charmander or Squirtle anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So I kind of felt like it should have been Squirtle, just because of the time of year, and then it would have made more sense for Charmander in the summer more, but I
think they understand that Charmander is going to be massive, and they're trying to
definitely
play off the positive.
I mean, I really want the shinies. I'm excited for it.
I couldn't care less about the shiny. For me, it's if Blast Burn's anywhere near as good as Frenzy Plant.
Yeah, but the only problem is with Map still being down, I'm not going to be able to chase my hundreds. I don't have any good ones.
And that stinks.
Yeah,
but
really
I think that like having other high IV or high CP ones are going to be good enough.
I think good enough is all good and well, but I like my hundreds.
Yeah,
so I'm kind of sad about it.
I get that. But we don't have maps, so we have to do the best we can.
Yeah.
And I think like I only have 3 high level Venusaurs. You know,
Yeah.
my 4th one's like 12 IV or something terrible. So I wish I had 6 Frenzy Flame Bulbasaurs, Venusaurs.
I'll have 4. So
I'm going to make sure I have 6 Frenzy or whatever it's called, Blast Burn Charizards.
Yeah.
And they'll be high CP, hopefully high IV too. I think I have like a 93.
So we'll just have to keep an eye out for the quests that give the starters and Charmeleon and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Well too. So
exactly.
I know we actually have a tag now in our Discord for that. So definitely look out for those quests. If you're not sure which quest it is, there's plenty of charts that you can find online.
Yeah. One of them is battle in a gym because one of the starters. It's not win, but it's battle in a gym.
Yep.
I think.
And then there's one for, I think it's Great Throws in a Row.
Yeah.
That gives you the Charmeleon.
Charmeleon.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for those. They'll be helpful.
And if you find one, tell your friends. Like,
absolutely. Yeah. Let everybody know because it will be that same quest for everybody at
the
same
for spawning species
for that day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we've been doing that a lot where someone finds a quest and lets everybody know, and
hence me having
two
the Ditto for 3 rare candies. So
there's the Larvitar one not far from my house. You gonna get it on the way home?
Nope.
You don't want to do 3 excellent throws in a row?
Nope. No. I'm not consistent enough with that, and I know that, and I think that'll just frustrate me more than anything. So I have so many Larvitar candy and stuff as it is, like, I don't feel the need for it.
Personally. I had it Friday into Saturday, and I hit so many. I'm very good at 2 excellents in a row. Very, very good at it.
Yeah, that third one is just...
I don't know what it is. It just I couldn't seem to get it. So I actually deleted it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get it later tonight just to make sure I try and actually do it.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Larvitar. I want to actually
just do
the quest.
Yeah.
You know. So it shouldn't be that hard, especially Swablu's back. I
think
Swablu pretty good.
Now that there's more variety of Pokemon and things like that.
I'm gonna miss those Ponitas. That was so sweet. The big thing, the big circle.
Definitely. It's frustrating for me sometimes though because I think I have the circle small enough and it's like must be just too big and I get the great instead of the excellent. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't like frustrating myself over these quests. I'm still just under 500. I kind of stopped grinding them as fast. Like, I just like for example, like I'm keeping the Ditto ones for 3 rare candy because they're great rewards. So
I find myself doing the encounter ones more just because I like encounters.
Encounters are definitely fun.
And I find myself doing the ones that give you balls. I like balls.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much if it's a berry one, I delete it, and other than that, I seem to keep.
I actually need to do some more potions. I'm getting low on potions. I've been doing. Are
you really?
I've been doing some gyms a little bit more past couple nights, and it's killing my potions a little bit.
People talk about the revive shortage. I delete.
Oh, I have tons of revives. It's potions right now that I'm actually a little light.
That's the nice thing. Avoiding gyms like the plague.
Yeah.
I've still gotten coins every day. Just from throwing in open slots.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm actually
one day ever.
I'm not in a lot of gyms right now, so I might have to do some gyms later, and I really don't want to necessarily, but
the only thing I don't like about not doing gyms is I bury places I'm already gold.
Yeah,
because I have to feed the berries obviously for the Stardust, and it feels like I'm missing out on something because I'm not getting any actual credit for it.
Well, working on that Supreme Gold or Platinum.
Yeah, if it ever comes out.
I hope they don't.
No, imagine how much work you'd have to do. It's so bad. Yeah. Completionists like him, their heads would fall off.
No, thank you.
Big news today is the spoofer ban wave.
Yeah.
Do you know much about this?
I mean, I've been reading a little bit here and there. I know a lot of people are getting permabanned.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that.
So I kind of didn't want anyone to talk about it on our Discord today because I wanted to see like who said, "Oh, I can't log in." Does anyone know what's up? But someone mentioned it pretty early in the day, so no one actually did that.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Why can't I log?
No, I mentioned it in one of the more private forums. Like, hey, like this is hilarious. Like, let's see what happens. But then someone mentioned it publicly, so that kind of took the fun out. So for those who don't know, essentially people using the Pogo++ app all got they had been shadow banned previously, and there seemed to be a mass ban wave that appears to be a permanent ban.
Yeah.
So essentially, what happened? It seemed as though my maps are down when Niantic went to Facebook login. It kind of changed a lot of the back end stuff, so it's much harder to get in. So what's happening is maps can't get in the way they usually get in and kind of hide it because they don't have the correct hashing to break into the new system. So Bossland's trying to figure that out. So Pogo++ got greedy and kind of backdoored in without being sneaky.
Yeah.
So basically, because of the way things are set up now, Niantic can catch them very easily. So
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah.
There are definitely ways to spoof around it. Spoofing is not dead.
I know, but if spoofing's not dead, why can't we have maps?
Yeah, I know.
That's the only, like, if you're gonna spoof, fine, but let me have my map.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it.
I hear you. I don't mind spoofing being dead. Like, spoofers having issues,
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
go out and play. It's a lot of fun, guys, I promise.
Yeah,
you'll meet a lot of cool people.
And
you'll meet people like us.
so you can meet other people too.
Yeah, I had to do that though.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. It's so funny that whenever there's a spoofer thing, spoofers like, oh my god, we spend so much more money than you guys, and da 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 da, and everyone uses like anecdotal evidence of two people who spend money and two people who don't spend money, and I don't know. We don't know that stuff. I'm pretty sure Niantic knows who spends money and who doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what happens after this.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, this could all be just side effect of something they didn't even plan.
Yeah.
I still think the Facebook thing was just the way it happened.
Yeah,
and it inadvertently killed maps.
I agree.
I don't think that was their intention.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Just stronger security is always gonna knock stuff out like that, though.
Yep. So I'm curious if maps will come up. The latest update I saw from Bossland is that it's really hard.
Yeah.
And they're still working on it.
My fingers are crossed, man.
Yeah.
Because I miss it. I miss chasing those hundreds.
I wish I knew what I was doing. So I
get like no Discord alerts anymore. I mean, that's not true. I get some, but not nearly as many as I used to.
Yeah, I think we picked the wrong industry because here we are like podcasting about Pogo. If we knew how to break hashing, we could make like a fortune.
Yeah, I'm not part of that. So.
No, I'm not either.
Oh well.
It happens.
Yep.
We had some fun questions this week.
Yeah. Which one do you want to start with? You want to start with?
So I'll start with the one we're not gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna do it. There's gonna be a whole podcast about this. We think it's a really cool topic.
Yeah.
Sweet Mother of Mercy asked basically, how do you go from being a casual player to being like a more serious player?
Yeah.
I think you talk about being hardcore, but I think the way I'm going to frame the question is going from casual to just playing more.
And I think I'm a perfect example of how that happened as well too. So
exactly.
We'll get into that.
So we're going to do things like tools and like we'll explain basics like what is IV. Even like we'll break it down to the lowest level. But I think to do that right, it is going to be an entire podcast.
Definitely.
So I'd expect that next week.
Yeah.
Actually, let's mark it down. It's happening next week.
Sounds good.
Happening next week.
I'm with it.
You want to read the next question we got?
Sure. So we got a question from
Alex.
Sensei, Alex, and he asked about the coolest places Pokemon Go has taken us, and what are our most exciting / funniest stories while playing the game. Coolest places? I mean, there's just been so many. I can't really pick one. I mean, we went down to Baltimore.
Yeah.
I've been to Baltimore before, but not the parks that we were playing and things like that.
That one park was really nice.
Yeah, it was really, really nice park. Just even parks in our local area that I never would have visited before.
I found a trail along the Wissahickon in Washington Park.
Yeah.
Washington State Park. That I did not know about, and it's awesome. It's just this really quiet trail. It's actually not even great for Pokemon. It was great when Dratini spawned.
Yeah.
But now that they don't as much anymore, it's not that good. There's no stops. There's just a couple spawn points or whatever. But it was a very nice walk, and I used to go there during Eagles games when they were losing a couple years ago, and I would listen to my headphones and listen to them lose, but just walk the whole time. And I don't know. I've never done that Pokemon.
And then I've been to Orlando before, but I've been there for Disney World and things like that. The last time I was down there, though, just went down to play Pokemon and got to meet a lot of cool people down there as well, too. So that was a different experience to go down and just play in some of the parks down there and stuff like that as well.
The other one I'll give is Red Bank. So it's a park that I went to as a kid, but I'd totally forgotten about it.
Yeah.
And it is just this gorgeous park overlooking Philly and the airport and such. And there's there's a huge battle there, and there's this big fort that's like, it isn't even like a built fort, it's just the way the land is kind of makes itself a fort. Mm-hmm. And there's like little holes you can go in and stuff, like you can see where the cannons would have shot from, and it's just a really beautiful place. And that was such a fun Pokemon time, everyone was going crazy with it when the game first came out.
The waves of people running.
Stampedes. So it was just that's a really neat place.
Yeah. What about most exciting for you?
So I have a bunch of them. I'm gonna try to think of a few that
my top most exciting, I would say, was when I caught Mewtwo. You were there for it. I was so nervous for it, and it was just kind of like a relief, but it was really exciting because I love Mewtwo.
My favorite part of that video was when you discovered it was Focus Blast, and then you're informing the world, but you're also clearly scared by it too. And you had seven people.
We were
gonna beat it. There were 50 people there. You know?
Yeah.
But that was good.
Yeah.
early in the game, there was a Bulbasaur nest at this awesome park. Another great place I discovered. It's called Norristown Farm Park. Huge open area with like hills and all kind of paths and everything. And it was a Bulbasaur nest. Cool. So my son and I were just going through and catching like Bulbasaur after Bulbasaur. We went there. I think we had seen like 3 combined.
Oh wow!
And then all of a sudden, like we're catching so many. You didn't know where nests were, you know. And just Bulbasaur's not an easy catch. Mm-hmm. That was before the badge to help you get bigger catch rates, and they fled. You know, before we knew about curveballs.
Yeah,
we knew about curveballs. We didn't throw them well yet. But it was so exciting to throw it and catch it, and then like run to the next one, and you get to the right cluster, and 3 would pop, and we'd be so excited.
I'll do another one. I'll do one more exciting, and it's not one in particular. There were many instances, but all of my unknown encounters. Yeah, chasing the unknowns and things like that. That was a lot of fun. Some that I sped down the turnpike to get to. That you know, I've gone to many that I shouldn't have made it there in time, but made it there in time. The Unknown P was probably the most memorable one. There was probably like 100 people there on this tiny little back road, and cops got called and stuff like that. I was in and out before all that happened though, but just stuff like that is very exciting.
We had a Dragonite that we chased. It was a map spawn, I believe. It may have been a nearby. I think it was a map though. And this was long before IV trackers and stuff. This is early days of maps. And me and my son were out, and this other couple was out. It was like a dad and I got saying couple. They were definitely not a couple. It was a dad and his daughter. But we were trying to figure out how to get to it. Mm-hmm. And we realized we had to sneak into a park, essentially. Wow. And the only way to get into the park was in a neighborhood that was clearly marked, like, no parking here, non-public street. So we're just like, he had jersey plates. We're like, we'll play dumb. Yeah. So we parked, we went in. And so here I am going into the woods, bringing my kid with like some stranger, you know? We go all the way in, the Dragonite spawns, and, you know, we takes like 75 balls to catch it because it's 100 feet back then. But we catch it. We're all excited. It was actually decent, like CP. Nice. I don't even know if we cared about IVs back then. Yeah. But we start walking out, and there's 3 cops. Oh, man. A big bunch of cop cars and lights and everything.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
We were honest.
Yeah.
And they...
Yeah. They're usually pretty good about it.
Yeah, they were not happy that they had been called out, but it was one of those things that they weren't going to get mad at us, you know.
So, how about funniest? I think my funniest story recently was, again, I was getting 100%. Was already in the area, so we weren't really chasing it. Like, we knew we were going to make it. It was 100% wish cash. But in this area that it was in, it's like, it was by a riverbed. And it had just rained, and they're doing construction there. So it was just so muddy. So we're walking out, like you couldn't reach it from the road or the car, so you actually had to walk towards it till I get to it. And as I'm walking, I just sink in the mud. And when I go to pull my foot up, my shoe's stuck in the mud. I'm gonna have to throw these shoes out. Like they're still sitting, I was gonna clean them, but they're just covered in mud, and it was just so funny. So, I actually had to give it to my friend to get it. She's a lot lighter than I am, so she was able to get across without sinking like I did. So I did get the wish cash, but it was really funny, like the sink in the mud like that. The stuff you'll do to catch a Pokemon.
Oh, it's crazy. So. The funniest for me was the night we did 1 to 25 in one day, where we were just flat out delirious. So we're driving home, and I wish I could show this to the world. We say a lot of offensive stuff in a short period of time, so it can't be shared. We didn't even share it with friends ever, like, that bad. But we were just so goofy and giddy, and there was a dude next to us who was blasting music as loud as he could. He was like throwing his hand up and down.
There is a clip of him in that video.
He made it multiple times, actually. We got him in a couple times in the video. But so we decided he was celebrating because he got to 40, and then Bill starts planning a parade that we're going to have because, you know, like when we were on Broad Street, and whenever a Philly team wins a championship, they go down and have the parade in Broad Street. So just Bill talking about this parade and like how he's going to
level 40.
He's going to hit level 40 and hang out of his Civic and like on the sunroof, and people will be on the side like throwing Pokeballs at him and everything.
We still should have done that. I think that would have been great.
We should have done it. Yeah. But the video itself, it still exists in some form, but it's not really safe for any medium that we could put it out in. But that was a really fun night.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
So what was the next question that we got?
So our friend Old Dirty asked us, why do we still play? So the context is, you know, he's, I think 38 he's up to now. He's signed up to max out his stuff. Yeah. Him and his son can duo T-Tar. Actually, can do it pretty well. They have some pretty good times
definitely.
and such. They think they won our Olympics for Absol too. Like I think
they did.
Good times. So he kind of says like, here he is like struggling to get to that like 12 million, 13 million experience, and then you at 40, me almost at 80. It's what keeps us going, what motivates us.
For me, the biggest thing is the community and playing with other people. I mean, that's definitely the biggest. If I didn't have people to play with, I could sit at home and play my Xbox with my friends and play Fortnite like I talk about all the time. And there's definitely other things I could be doing. So the community is a big part. And lately it's been the solos and duos and trios and things like that. It's just a lot of fun, especially when you actually hold a world record time. It's a pretty cool feeling. So that they're the two things that really keep me going.
So for me, the community's part of it. Like Latios, for example, I would never raid again. Yeah. But like my friends raid Latios every day at lunch. So I want to hang out with them. It's fun to hang out with them, and maybe I sit with my alts, maybe I sit there and just hang out. But I'm not gonna not raid as long as I'm there, you know. So. That keeps me playing in that regard. Even if I don't say like the boss, like when the Regis comes, it's going to be awful. Regis, whatever the hell they're called. But my friends are going to do it, so I'm going to do it too. And I think that's fun. And I like our trips to the city or hanging out in like the triple lore or whatever. And it's fun. I agree on the world record thing. Like motivation wise, it's a lot of fun. There's no competition in the game. Yeah, the gyms are. Corny and raids are pretty easy for the most part. Even Mewtwo.
Don't let everybody hear you say gyms are corny. You're gonna get a lot of hate for that one.
I know, but I don't mean they're corny. That's the wrong way to say it. But there was a time where
it's not the same type of competition that you're looking for.
Yeah, the whole building a tower and defending a tower and taking territory of the old gym system. I understand why a lot of people didn't like it, but there was like legit strategy to it and time investment and resource investment.
I mean, I think they could bring something back to that, but like not having 10 Blissies in there or something like that.
I agree.
Still having 10 different Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The gym, they could rework it a little bit, and it might make it more exciting for you.
So I've been my own challenges over and over again, whether it be a catch thing or figuring out the Mewtwo pattern or whatever it may be. So right now it's the records, and it's the people who are doing it spend a lot more money than me and a lot more time than me. So it's a lot of fun to try to. You have the better Pokemon than me, but I'm going to understand the simulations better, I'm going to have better energy management, and I'm going to put up some badass times.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't say the survey. That keeps you going as well, too, I think.
It does, because we do the Trainer Level 40 survey, and I'm top 20 in catches and evolves. So I feel like I have to keep going and evolves. Actually, I think I'm backing off of that. I think I was thinking about it this week. I'm kind of like fine with where I am with catches. Like I've done it. I've proven the grind. I mean, I've done the 5 million in a day and stuff like that. Like I think I can.
Well, you're never going to stop your catches, I don't think, because you use the Stardust.
And I also
maybe the evolves though.
I think the evolves are going to end at 80 million, which is 2 million away now. I think the catches are going to dial back, only because I think I like raiding more than I like catching now. Okay. And now that I'm actually spending money and doing the raids, that's good.
Makes sense.
But and then the last thing that motivates me is exercise.
Yeah.
There's nothing in human existence that's ever gotten me to go outside. Ever. Like I liked playing soccer, I like doing stuff like that, but I mean I'd rather play FIFA than actually play soccer. That game gets me moving, and Baltimore we walked 18 kilometers.
Yeah, it was a decent walk. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's good.
No, it's good. And
the weather is gorgeous too.
When it's a nice day. So once the weather gets nice here, I can go to Monadnock every day again. Like that, usually exercising is a chore, and instead of that, it's begging my wife, can I please run to the park before I have dinner? Yeah. Just to get 3 laps in and stuff like that.
Do you have a goal for yourself for this summer or anything like that?
I have a weight loss goal, but I haven't publicized it yet. Okay. But I got to see if I'm actually going to do it first. Yeah. I have other life stuff going on right now that may be changing things around. So.
Absolutely.
But so
personal goals are really what matters. You don't need to publicize your goals, just as long as you.
No, I'm going to publicize it and make it fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If I publicize it and I don't do it, I have to live with that.
There you go. Yeah. Pushes you a little bit.
Incidentally, if any of you ever see me consuming a soda, at any point you see me consuming a soda, and you say, "Hey, Kev, you're drinking a soda," I will pay you $10.
I don't think I've ever seen you drink a soda.
Yeah, I put it on Facebook. I don't know if you've seen it before.
No,
it's actually pinned. It's pinned in my Facebook.
Really, that's funny.
Yeah, Yeah.
All right. I've only ever seen you drink water.
Yeah, I do drink soda. Yeah. I do sneak it every once in a while. I'm trying to never do that.
Well, I hang out with you a lot. So I know. I'm getting some $10 here.
But you haven't. Like, I'm really good. It's because people know about it. Really it's so easy to not do. And the same thing with weight loss. Like if everyone knows that like I need to get to X weight by X day, and like I'm doing something that conflicts with that, then they're gonna call me out. Absolutely. You know, making it public. So I think that kind of helps. Yeah. You know, it's less what motivates me and what motivates my kids. Like, my kids don't care about the game anymore.
Yeah.
Brady will play on and off. He's my older one. He'll play on and off. He liked Quest when they first came out, and he really put in the effort to get to Mew. But once he got it, he's like, okay, I'm done.
When the next one comes out, he'll want to do that. I'm sure too. So.
Yeah. Same thing. He went for the Moltres Quest as quick as he can. You know, get his 7 days in, and after that, it's like, okay,
all right,
you know,
I'm done.
We'll see when something else comes.
Yeah.
So it used to be a lot of fun to play with the kids. Now it's a chore.
Yeah.
Because my wife and I want to play together, and we can't because the kids don't want to.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think you're right though. I think the communities. I think it's going to keep it going for a long time.
Definitely. Yeah.
And people have said like, oh, why don't you stick the same people and do something else with them? But like, we just don't connect.
A lot of other people have different interests. Like we all have other interests outside of the game. The game is what brings us together.
Yeah.
So, but definitely keep the questions coming. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, we
really appreciate it. Yeah. So trustthecones@gmail.com.
Yep.
Trust the Cones on Twitter. Trust the Kev on Twitter or ChaosBell46 on Twitter. So definitely keep them coming.
If you ever want to answer us questions, like answer us questions, you can answer questions too. But if you ever want to ask us questions about like, you know, what Pokemon would you power up or like, you know, longer term strategies and stuff, do that over Twitter.
Yeah.
The nice thing about us is we're not huge yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully someday we are.
Yeah. So we respond pretty quickly.
Yeah.
We see everything. So.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So by all means, ask away. We're happy. We like to talk about the game a lot, as you can tell.
Yeah. So do you have a Dust Berry Kill?
No. I don't. Do you have one?
I think we just go with Gen 1 starters. We didn't do that, did we? Because we did Gen 2 and Gen 3 last time.
Alright. Here's what we're going to do,
Kanto is here.
Here's what we're going to do. Shiny Bulbasaur family.
Mm-hmm.
No. Just Bulbasaur family in general. Although, we love Bulbasaur so much that we have to, like, bias this a little bit. So we'll go regular Bulbasaur family. Shiny Charizard. Or Squirtle and sunglasses.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Isn't that good?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's hard.
Because otherwise it's going to kill Squirtle and, you know.
Yeah, that's hard.
It is.
That's really legit hard. Oh, man. I love the shiny Charizard, so... And I think it's going to be a decent fire attacker, and I don't have a good fire team, so I think that's my berry.
Yeah.
Dust. Oh man, I hate to say this. It's gonna be Squirtle Squad Squirtle, and I would have to kill regular Bulbasaur, mainly because it's regular Bulbasaur. But Bulbasaur is still my favorite Pokemon, just to let everybody know. But in this scenario, I think that's what it would have to be.
All right, so I'm doing Ivysaur instead of Bulbasaur to make it more fair.
Yeah,
because I like Ivysaur better. So I would dust the hell out of Shiny Charizard. I think it's for the same reason as you. We just define dust differently.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be super good. I think it's gonna be useful. It looks really cool.
Yeah. So
I'm going to get 6 of them and max them.
Yep. And
use them whenever I can. The Pinsers are gonna die. Yeah. Jinx is gonna die. It's gonna be great. So that's my dust. Berry is Ivysaur.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bury my Ivysaur up because I love it. I'm gonna watch it grow and it'll evolve when it's ready. But it's not gonna evolve until it can get Frenzy Plant again. Okay. So I'm gonna save it up, get all that dust and candy saved and ready to go. I don't want to say it.
You have to.
Yeah, you gotta kill Squirtle.
Squirtle Squad Squirtle. I mean, the nice thing is it's probably never gonna happen. So that's
you don't think so?
I hope so.
I guarantee they do it at some point.
I mean, we're gonna see Shiny before Squirtle Squad, though.
I agree.
I just don't. Why wouldn't they have done it by now, though?
Because they're waiting for the money grab. There's gonna be a point where they need the money.
They could have stopped putting out these stupid Pikachus with the same goddamn hats that they always do.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
But you still play the game.
I'm over the hats, though. But I don't go out and try and catch Pikachu with hats anymore, though. So even when they had a shiny version of it, I was like, I don't care. I just don't care that much.
I like the party hat one. I'll catch anything with a party hat, especially Wurmple.
Yeah, well,
if they give me Wurmple with a party hat, like
I think you'll see that before you'll see Squirtle Squad Squirtle.
I don't. I think we'll see Squirtle Squad Squirtle Not on Community Day. I think it'll be shiny on Community Day.
It has to be shiny.
Yeah.
There's just too many people that want the shinies, and they've done shinies every Community Day so far. So.
Do you have any predictions for Community Day between Squirtle and Charizard? Because I have one. I had a really good theory, and I'm going with
Larvitar?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Larvitar.
So the theory is it's going 10K hatches and starters. It's going Pokedex order.
Yeah.
So the next one after Mareep would be Larvitar.
Larvitar. Yeah, I think that's a very good guess. I won't be surprised.
It would give Smackdown as a fast move, and Tyranitar with rock moves would be absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
Like not unbalancedly absurd, but really, really good.
Hold us to it. That's what it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be. I would be actually surprised if it's not Larvitar.
I will be too. Yeah.
I think even though it's something people have access to, I think it's when people would still be really.
And we actually didn't talk about this beforehand either.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So
we don't prep.
Yeah, we don't prep.
What the hell is that all about?
But yeah, they're fun. And now that the weather's getting nicer, the community days, I think we're gonna see more people out them. Even
you say that, but I'm gonna go in the car for Charizard. I hate to say it. I hate to be a jerk, but I'm gonna go to Philly and drive around.
I mean, I'm probably gonna do the same thing. I might try and meet up for a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But then the majority of it probably be in the car and stuff too. I hate to say it too, but it just makes too much sense.
No, it's too important. Like the fact that you're giving a meta relevant move, most likely, it's not. And the shiny does look really cool. You know how little I care about shinies, but that's a badass looking Pokemon.
It really is.
So I have a plan that I want to implement. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it details wise yet. But the idea is you get either like someone's big like car with seats 8 people, or you rent like a 15-person van or something, and you get everyone together. You have a set driver and a set like spotter who has a list of all the different CPs that can be 100.
Yeah.
And you have everyone go around and hand catch Charmander. So every time you see one, you yell at the CP.
Yeah.
CP checker looks at it and see if it's on the 100 list. If it is, you yell out, 410.
Yeah.
And everyone stops whatever they're doing and catches the 410. And if it's 100, you get it.
Only hard part about that though is if it's a lure spawn, then you only have like a certain amount of time to get to it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you're. So I'm saying everyone's in the van. You're in the van.
All together.
All together. So basically, you could. I estimate you could see between 480 and 500 unique Charmander.
Wow.
One
of them's got to be 100.
I mean, mathematically, I don't know actually, but you're maximizing your chances.
Yeah, definitely.
And even if it's not 100, like it's like someone sees like a level. I think it's gonna be sunny that day. It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. That's a TV show.
Yeah.
It's a good TV show.
That's why I said it. That was my joke.
Yeah.
You get jokes. Actually, we have so many non-US people that they probably don't go right over their head. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I think I think we should wrap this up here now. We talked for a little bit. You don't want to keep us rambling on because then we just lose steam. But appreciate everyone listening as usual, and we'll be back next week with a special one that we talked about a little bit earlier.
Keep those questions coming, guys.
Yes,
Keep those questions
please.
coming.
Keeps us entertained.
Bye-bye.
See ya.